Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and our video walkthrough of Final Fantasy VII. Now in this video we're going to be covering up to probably just after the Gold Saucer. I think we'll get up to. Now in the last video we just fought Genova Birth and we were then on the boat crossing from Junon over to Costa del Sol. So we're going to get to check out a new continent now. Yeah, let's get to it. Once you get to the docks, you'll have a little bit of a scene with the rest of the party where they'll discuss what's happened on the journey. Cloud will call Barrett a giant marshmallow, that sort of thing. And then once the party moves on, you'll see Rufus, President Rufus and Heidegger. They'll have another little scene together. So get through those scenes as quick as you can. And then once you've got through those scenes, you'll be in control of Cloud in the Costa del Sol region. First thing you want to do, head into this house here, which has got a Costa del Sol just wrote on the door. Head to the top of the house here, down these stairs, and you'll be in the basement. There's a few items that you can pick up in here, so make sure that you grab them. There's a motor drive, there's a fire ring, and there's a power source. Then after that, you're going to head out to the beach, where you and the rest of the team are going to discover a familiar face that we've not seen since Midgar, I don't think. And that's going to be Hojo. So you'll have a little bit of a chat with Hojo. It'll kind of give away the fact that Sephiroth's heading towards the mountains, I believe it is that he says. So leave Costa del Sol, and then you're just going to follow this path here. So I'm going to head round there now. I'll show you the full journey just so that you can see it. I'll edit out any fights that we get into just for not having a massively long video. So I do apologise for any weird little cuts that you see, like that one there. Keep on following round this path, over this bridge, and then just to the north here, and you'll come back out onto a field, and just to the left there you can see like a little bit of a cave entrance. And then straight across you can also see another cave entrance, but we're not going to get to that one, not until we've started breeding some chocobos, so we'll come back round to that. Now once you've entered this cave, you're going to head up this path here, and chat to this old guy. He'll just have a little chit chat with you, so head into the net screen, follow this like large bridge gangway all the way along, and then head out through this middle path and then straight across the bridge in the net screen, and you'll come to this kind of like train track roller coaster type situation. Now when you come to these little drops, let yourself fall, and all you're going to do is hold one direction. So start off with left and just keep hammering the X button, keep hammering it. Eventually Cloud will grab on, and then you just need to climb back up with him. So once you do, if you'd held left the first time, you'll get the wizard staff, which is a nice double AP weapon for Aeris. Should have picked up a couple of them by now. Should have the Force Stealer for Cloud, and there's a W machine gun for Barrett as well. Now with this one, hold right all the way, keep tapping X, you'll get the other item, which I can't actually remember what the other item is. I think it's a... what is it now? Star Pendant, maybe? I'm going to guess Star Pendant. Hey, it was a Star Pendant. See, I know stuff. Head along the rest of the track, and then you're going to come back on yourself to head up this way. Grab the Turbo Ether, and then when you hit the next kind of gap, just mash X as many times as you can because there's no more items, and grab the Transform Materia. Now, from there, come back this way and head north. Save yourself a bit of time. You can go to the south, but you'll just realise that you need to go north anyway. So you're going to head along here, run across this bridge, and as you can see on the lower track, there's a closed off bridge. Well, it's not closed, the bridge is raised, so you can't get across it. So come all the way around here, into this like wooden shack, and just activate the button that's in there. There you go, do it. And that'll lower the bridge so the rest of the party can get across, and then you can as well. Now, once you leave that hut, just come along to here, climb up the wall, and you'll find like a little bird's nest here. You can get some Phoenix Downs as a treasure, but it's not really worth it. I prefer to just leave that treasure wherever it was. I just thought I'd show you, you know, where you can pick them up from. But yeah, I always tend to leave them. Once you're finished with this, you're going to head all the way back to where you were previously on kind of like the roller coastery section and take the southern path. Well, the bottom path, not the southern path. And then from there, head all the way across this bridge. and you're going to reach this fork in the road here. Now, go to the left first, and follow that round onto the beach, and you'll come to this room here, which has got a couple of saucers for you to pick up. Always useful. Like I say, I've been throwing them all on Cloud pretty much in every video so far, just beef him up a bit. Anyway, go back to the fork, go to the right, and then you're just on a long bridge that's got loads of bombs on it, so just keep heading across that bridge, and eventually you'll come to North Corel, which is Barrett's hometown. And as you can see, he doesn't get the best reception. Now, there's not really that much you can do in North Corel at the minute. We do have a reason to come back here later on in the game, but for now, just head straight on through this way, past the gold saucer sign, and you'll come to the ropeway bridge. Barrett will give you like a bit of an overview of what happened. You'll get a flashback. So, quick version. The Shinra wanted to build a Mako reactor in Barrett's hometown. A few people were saying nope, and Barrett was one of the people that were saying yep. Let's move with the times and let's build this reactor. And it ended up with everyone getting killed and the village being burned to the ground. So that kind of explains why Barrett's not the biggest fan of the Shinra. Anyway, jump into the monorail ropeway type thing and you'll find yourself taken up to the gold saucer. Now, we're going to spend a lot of time in the gold saucer later on. Maybe not in video form, because that would just be painful, but believe me, you are going to spend a lot of time here if you do follow this walkthrough. But for now, we've just got one little mission to go through, so once you arrive, you'll see a save point. You can't use it, don't bother trying. It costs 5 GP, and you don't have any GP yet because you've not picked any up. So we'll go over how to get GP, things like that later on, but instead, just head over to this woman at the front here, that the chocobo type guy keeps dancing around in front of. And what she's going to do is, she's going to offer you 2 tickets. One of them's a lifetime pass for 30,000 gil. We can't quite afford that yet. But we are going to buy the day pass, and the next time we come here we will definitely be buying the lifetime pass, because believe me, you'll be coming in and out of this place a lot. It is worth it. Now, once you're inside, it's going to be a bit more of a discussion about what to do. You know, a few people want to go and play some games and have some fun. Barrett's not overly keen on that, so he's just going to run off and head towards the Wonder Square. After that, you have a couple of choices. You need to pick Red 13 as your party member, just because if you pick any of the others, it'll boost their affinity with you for the date mechanic, and then you're going to follow Barrett into Wonder Square. And you're going to come across your next new character for the party, which is Kate Sith. Now, not going to lie, she is junk. She, giant, fluffy bear type thing. Useless. Seriously, should never ever be in your party. So, after that, play a little bit of basketball. As you can see, got the skills, and then head to the battle square. And then when you arrive at the battles arena, you're going to see that the Shinra have beat you there, but they've not had a good time of it. At first you think Sephiroth may have done it, but then you find that everyone's been shot, so it kind of leans you into thinking, hey up, Barrett's done this. So we need to investigate a little bit, but before you can investigate, Dio, the guy who owns the gold saucer, he comes along, decides, nah, you did it, you definitely did it, even though you've not got a gun, you definitely did it, and banishes you to Corel Prison, which is the desert area around the gold saucer. Now, once you get control, head over to the south, and you'll see Barrett here. He's gonna basically tell you to piss off, because he's kind of dealing with his own things at the minute, which we're going to get into very shortly. And it is one of the best stories in the game, if I'm being completely honest. Like, Barrett's story from start to finish is phenomenal. I cannot wait to see how it looks in the remade game, because they're going to be able to add so much to it. So anyway, head to this house in the middle area here. And when you get here, Barrett's going to burst his way in like that. Now, initially he kind of panics you a little bit, lifts up his gun, makes it look like he's going to shoot you, but no, he's not going to shoot you. There's some weird sex pest hiding behind the couch, wanting to do things to Kate Sith's giant fluffy body. So yeah, not going to have that. And then Barrett tells you the story of what happened. So he'd been out with a friend of his visiting the reactor being built, a friend of his called Dine. We'll get to that shortly. And while they were out there, this happened. And then this happened. Which, you know, I can completely understand why Barrett's not the biggest fan of the Shinra. He may have gone to some pretty disgusting depths, you know, because terrorism's terrorism, can't be doing that shit. But yeah, I understand. So head all the way to the north, and you'll come into this area here. And then you're just going to head to the left through this gate. There is a little hidden well there that you can go into, but there's nothing in there. There's an empty chest. It was a part of the game that's kind of got... Well, I don't even know if it was realistically going to be a part of the game, but either way, it got edited out. Like, the content was just removed from it. So, anyway, once you've head north, cross over, like, the chasm in the ground and head to the right, and you'll find yourself in this area here. Now, we've got a couple of bits and bobs we can grab here. So the first thing that you're looking for is a fight against these guys. They're going to use an attack called Laser. There you go. And that is an enemy skill that you can learn, a gravity-based enemy skill. So you want to make sure that you've got both enemy skill materials equipped and learn it on both of them. It'll save you a bit of time. Now, we do need to learn one enemy skill from here on one of the materia, and that's Matra Magic. So you're just going to keep on running about. You'll find these guys eventually. Straight off the bat, he's casting Matra Magic on me there, so that's that done. You can finish off this fight, and then what you want to do is you want to get all of your good materia on Barrett. So make sure he's got one of the enemy skill materials, make sure he's got a heal materia, make sure he's got a poison materia, and to be honest, beyond that you don't really need anything at all. Once you've got those three materia equipped to him, you are good to go. Oh, sorry, sleep materia as well. You need to have sleep. So start off the fight. First thing you're going to do, cast sleep. And surprisingly, Dine is vulnerable to sleep. So that's pretty much the end of this fight. You're just going to cast poison on him now if you want, and you could just sit here and just keep him asleep. Don't use physical attacks, obviously, because that's going to wake him up. Just keep hitting him with magic now from this point onwards, and he will drop. I'm not going to show you any of the scene because it is amazing. Enjoy it, love it, live it. After the scene and everything unfolds with Barrett and Dine, you're going to head over to Mr. Coates here, who's the guy who's sort of in charge at the minute, and he's going to tell you how you can get yourself back up to the Gold Saucer and get out of this prison. Esther then comes along and she's going to be instrumental. She teaches you how to ride a chocobo. If you already know, you can select not interested and just carry on, but if you need a bit of a hint on it, select alright. You'll be introduced to Joe, one of the top chocobo racers, and then you'll get control, so make sure you grab that Ramu materia. And then you'll be into the race. So once you're in the race, there is a bit of a cheat that you can do. Just hold all four of your shoulder buttons on your pad all the time, and your stamina will practically not run down. Like, I was sprinting for most of the second half of the race there, and I've still got a quarter of a bar of stamina. So yeah, you just hold all four shoulder buttons, both triggers, both buttons, all of it, all four of them, and your stamina will not run down. Or it will, but it will run down a lot slower. And if you're not sprinting, your stamina will kind of go up a little bit as well, so you can just stop sprinting for a second. Anyway, once you win the race, you'll get a letter from Dio, and he'll tell you that Sephiroth's heading south to a town called Gongaga, and he's also going to provide you with a little bit of transportation to get around in. So he's going to provide you with the buggy, which is the first vehicle that you properly get to use in the game. Other than a chocobo, I suppose. You kind of get to use a chocobo, but when it comes to the basic chocobos, there's not really that much you can do with them anyway, so it's not much of a thing. So yeah, you've now got a buggy. Pick your partner, it doesn't really matter what you do at this point. You're pretty much guaranteed to date Barrett now anyway. I think there's 2 more points where we can change who you're going to date. But we'll get into those in the next video. That's going to be the end of this video. In the next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to go over... Well, now that you've got the buggy, there's quite a few little bits and bobs that you can do. Also, picking up the manipulate materia has opened up a few things for us. When you got Kate Sith, I believe it was, Kate Sith comes with a manipulate materia equipped. So the fact that we've got that now, that's going to be very useful for us going forwards as far as getting enemy skills. But that's all going to be in the next video, so thank you very much for watching. Smash a like on the video, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.